Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're looking at a Harley Davidson edition Ford Super Duty. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah for giving me some time with the truck. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this truck is the standard output Power Stroke. It's a 6.7 liter turbo diesel. It goes through 10-speed automatic transmission. It puts out 475 horsepower and then 1,050 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see the venting here in the center looks so cool. And then you've got the Harley Davidson logo as well. And speaking of Harley Davidson, that's a loud one in the background. Anyways, you've got the upgraded headlights because this is a Lariat package this was built off of. You can see the fog lights down below. And then I love the orange accenting here with the grille. You have a light bar on top of that, and then you got the orange tow hooks. And then look at like the gray coloration at the bottom. It looks really cool. Putting it all together with all of the painted elements, it definitely has a special appearance to it. And by the way, if you don't like black for some reason, they also happen to have one finished in white. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is, well, 37s wrapped around 22-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear, and you guys can see these are mud terrain tires, so super aggressive appearance overall. And in terms of the actual setup, it says 37 by 13.5 by 22, so for those of you that are wondering. And then this is lifted. It's a BDS lift, as you guys can see with the shocks and everything. It does also come with a steering stabilizer. You can see that whole setup down below. If I actually pop down front, you can see it a little bit better. And we also have these massive painted fender flares, and you guys can see the Harley Davidson badge on the side here and then down below as well. This also has power side steps with this build. And then here's a quick look at the shock setup in the rear. Oh, and I just noticed the exhaust tips have been blacked out. That's cool. And then here is your full side view with this truck. I mean, especially with those wheels, I mean, it just looks really sharp. Now this does also come with a painted bed cap, as you can see the whole setup here with another Harley Davidson logo like on the cap. I think that's pretty cool. And then with the taillights, you can see Harley Davidson badge here in the back and down below as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all for the exterior. So let me know what you guys think about the exterior upgrades on this truck, but I think it looks really sharp. It's a cool looking truck. And ooh, so nothing's changed here with the door panel, but a lot has changed with the seats. And the camera just freaked out, sorry about that, but you guys can see perforated all down the center, and it's got like Alcantara here in the center. It's really cool looking with the piping and all of that. And the theme continues to the front. Before we go over that though, let's take a look at the payload sticker. 2,465 pounds of payload. But here's the whole setup here with the front seat. I really like these seats. Whoever they get these seats from, they're really nice with the leather trim and then the suede and everything. It's just it's a very premium feel. We also get these upgraded pedals again with another Harley Davidson logo. And then stepping up, you can see the trim piece that's been added here. That's not stock. It's kind of like a darker color all around. And then we also have Harley Davidson here on the center console lid. How they've changed that. And then outside of that, it's normal Super Duty, so boom. You can see the darker trim on the steering wheel as well. But yeah, I got the big digital gauge cluster, huge infotainment system, and I believe this has a 360. Yeah, I got 360 camera system. Being a Lariat, you've got dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, 2-speed transfer case. It has a rear locking differential, which is pretty cool. But yeah, most of the changes are just kind of like the trim pieces inside, and then obviously the seats. So here's a window sticker for this. You guys can see all the standard features. So freeze the frame if you want to kind of read through everything. Then it does come with a warranty as well. Total MSRP $127,129. So I guess we could say this is the motorcycle themed truck for millionaires, right? Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, and this one also has a heads-up display. Both the mirrors do a blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in our motorcycle truck for millionaires. So Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think you actually have to really, I mean, obviously if you are a Harley Davidson fan, then this truck's gonna be much cooler, but I honestly don't think you really have to be a Harley Davidson fan to appreciate this truck, because it just looks cool. It's a cool looking lifted Super Duty. And so yeah, I know that people are like, you got to own a motorcycle to drive this truck, and it's like, I mean, that'd be cooler, but right, towing your motorcycles with this, but yeah, it's not, I don't think it's needed. I will say, not struggling to move these 37s so far, which is a big plus. My goodness, we've finally got lucky today. For the first time, I don't have to wait for a bunch of traffic. Yeah, no problem moving the 37s. A little bit of harshness through the suspension though with this I mean, huge wheels, 22-inch wheels. And then the mud terrain tires, right, they're obviously great for getting grip and mud and snow and all that, but not necessarily the greatest for on-road use. They do have a little bit more noise to them, but not bad. It's not bad at all. I will say something that I think is really cool is these seats. They're actually really comfortable, but they just, I don't know. I love these. I kind of want to just like get these like seat skins in one of my cars. Not necessarily the Harley Davidson theme, but whatever company is supplying the seats. Yeah, no problem. Power Stroke does not struggle to move these 37s whatsoever. It is, yeah, super easy. It's impressive. It's really impressive. And I love this. I actually like how smooth this is. Again, for a lifted HD truck, smooth. But again, you do get quite a bit of tire noise, so just understand that is a reality of this truck. So there's going to be greater tire noise. It drives well though. Braking's, I mean, it's normal Super Duty spongy, but it's not too bad. Sometimes with, you know, these bigger tires, right, they're quite a bit heavier than the stock tires. It can kind of make the braking feel a little bit weird, but no, it's not bad. It seems like the system can handle it pretty well. So, summing things up with this Harley Davidson themed truck, I think this thing's really cool. It looks really cool, and it's, you know, you do concede a little bit with the lifted nature of this truck compared to a stock Super Duty. Again, it's huge. It's a big beast. You do gotta pay attention, but it's not too much. It's not really that much wider than a regular Super Duty. Like the tires, they do poke out a little. That's why they got the fender flares. They do poke out a little bit more than stock, but it's not too bad. The biggest thing is just the height, right? It's like you're way up there. But yeah, I think they did a good job with this. We've got the wood trim that's left here in the center. Always funny. So yeah, overall, let me know what you guys think about this Harley Davidson themed truck. Do you think this is a lifted Super Duty that is worth it? And is there anything that you'd change with this truck? The only thing, I've said this in the past, is I do think these little door inserts here, I know this will probably be expensive, but like 3D printing, there's got to be a workaround with 3D printing nowadays to do the inserts there. And then here at the, what is this person doing? I'll just let them go in front. People in Utah, I don't understand that. Why can't you just wait and turn when you actually have an opening, rather than turning when people are going full speed traffic and then illegally driving on the side? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. Anyways, but yeah, I think that like changing some of this to be more Harley Davidson themed too, I think that would be cool. Let me know your thoughts on the truck.